So we get this news yesterday that Malcolm Young has passed away, or over the weekend. 64, so young. My mom is going to be 64 in January, and God, I still think she's young. Your mom is about 60. She's going to be 64 this year, right?
Mom didn't.
Right. I know.
Tour with AC/DC.
Well, and and he died from complications, from what I understand.
Found the band AC/DC
of dementia. Yeah. But then I started looking at other news today. Charles Manson died yesterday.
Oh, really?
So now your legacy is you went out with Charles Manson. You know, they always say celebrities die in threes. And then what's going to be the bigger story? Is it going to be Malcolm Young or is it going to be Charles Manson? And if that's not enough, David Cassidy might die today from the Partridge Family. I guess he's in really bad deteriorating health. He needs a liver transplant. He's in ICU, and it's not good. He could go at any minute.
Sad news on all fronts.
You know, they always say it's in threes, and there you go. You got Malcolm Young, Charles Manson, and David Cassidy. Mm-hmm. David Cassidy is still alive.
Was Malcolm Young that big of a surprise because of the dementia? I mean, we all knew about it,
No, yeah, I understand that. I mean, yeah, we all knew that, that it wasn't going to be...
He had not been playing with the band because of it. I mean, it's... that the...
But I mean, AC/DC, one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time.
Yeah, no
he's
doubt.
one of the founders, so I mean, I think a lot of people make a big deal.
I know,
about
but
it.
it's just.
But really, for me, AC/DC, once I found they're pretty much done. Right? I don't know how they could even tour it or do anything
and they
anymore.
Shouldn't.
And I'm really bummed about that because
shouldn't have.
This is the one band I always wanted to see live
with Axl Rose. They should have just stopped it at that.
I think they'd already set the tour, it sold the tickets, booked the venues.
I know, but then
they needed to.
There's no outs. There's no saying. Okay, well, listen. If we can't make it because one of our guys can't sing, we're not going to fulfill these obligations. That's a money grab, is what it becomes.
Well, yeah,
down to.
Rock stars cancel shows all the time and tours.
Okay, look at Morrissey. It was too cold outside, for God's sake.
I don't know if you want to call him a rock star, but
he's like, oh, it's too cold.
I heard a rumor on the Morrissey front that he's going to rebook.
Yeah.
Are people really going to go to that?
Yeah, if it's warm enough.
Yeah, right. You better make sure that it's in the dead of summertime. Sweat his ass off. Make it during the fair. That's when you.
I'm sorry, it's too hot. I can't perform in this. I need it to be an optimal. Like, don't perform outdoors, then, dude. Don't do your shows outdoors. If you can't handle the elements, don't do outdoor shows. Do indoor shows.
This whole Charles Manson thing, though, is weird to me. Why he is such a celebrity. Why is it to the point where you make such a big deal about a murderer, a serial killer, pretty much, that died?
I was getting coffee at the Ragged Point coffee shop one time before going up to Salmon Creek.
Oh, I see. You run a road trip.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. I mean, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. And we were heading up to Salmon Creek, and we're going to do a little hiking, maybe a little swimming underneath the waterfall. It's a nice day. And stop by, and we're telling the barista, or I'm sorry, is it broista? Is it if it's a
I don't
guy?
know. I think it's barista. Oh, bro. No, I think it's just, I don't know.
Baristo?
Oh, I don't know. Baristo, maybe.
Broisto?
No, I think it's just baristo.
Any dudes make coffee out there, 543-3693. Let us know what you want to be referred to as. The broista, or broisto. I don't know what to call him. He told me, he's like, we're telling him where we're going. And he says, Charles Manson used to have a place up there. And my wife automatically red flags. She's like, I don't want to go on this hike. I'm like, we're hiking literally in like 1,000
he's
feet.
like 70 now and then on his deathbed in prison.
But her whole thing was his feet had graced the ground in which we were about to walk upon.
And she thought, that there was demons up there?
Bad juju.
Bad juju.
Bad juju all over there. She's like, I don't know if I want to go there. Because if like Charles Manson had a place, and the thing is, there's a trail that goes to the falls. The falls is right there. You can almost see it from the road. It's like, I don't know, maybe an eighth of a mile, if that, into the falls. And then there's a trail that goes straight up a hill, which you would have to be a pretty skilled hiker. And the word is from the broista or broisto that you take a right. You take a right on that trail, and it goes up to some kind of compound that they used to have.
Oh, that's what I want to see.
5-6 miles in on that trail.
Oh, I don't want to go that far. Jesus.
I was like, oh, cool. Okay, good to know. But my wife's like, oh God, I can't do it. This creeps me out being here, knowing that Charles Manson was here. And I was like, but it's nature. There's a lot of things that probably happen on these hollow grounds that you would not like. I'm sure one day a squirrel died and it was picked apart by vultures on this ground that you walk upon.
I mean, for God's sakes, you grew up down the street from the Green River Killer.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to
my high school.
He didn't live that far away from where you lived when you were, about miles, but, and then,
about a mile, actually.
and then where we actually, used to live and commute and there was, I understand that a little bit, but yeah. And you're out in the woods and she watches too many movies.
Yes. That's what it boils
Mel
down to.
Tillis died yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted from AG. Here he is.
Male. Hey, he embraced his stuttering.
Remember this one?
No. I don't remember any of them. The fascinating story.
My Grandpa Dan would know this one.
Fascinating story about Male Tillis is that he stuttered when he talked, but when he sang,
look at this. Beautiful.
Listen, I mean,
it's still guitar time.
The stuttering problem went away when he sang completely, and that's how he used to. Basically, I've inherited his stuttering problem.
It's called karma.
He used it to combat his stuttering issues.
Yeah.
Is the singing. It was his therapy to get the word across. It's funny. I kind of sympathize with Mel Tillis. I don't know, when you read aloud, I know you do, actually. You have a problem. When you read aloud, you have a problem connecting it all and making it all sound good. And I'm the same way. And when I go to read my daughter books at nighttime before she goes to sleep, I'm tired. It's the end of the day. My mind's 16 other places. And I'm trying to power through a book that I'm not even comprehending what I'm reading. So I'm not paying attention to the actual tone because my mind is elsewhere. I've found that if I adopt a different accent, that I read it flawlessly.
Your cadence is off when you just try to read it, but when
I try to read it in my own voice. Yeah. So that she likes Peppa Pig, and on the TV shows, Peppa Pig is narrated by a guy that talks like this, and he talks about Peppa Pig and her brother George and Mummy and Daddy Pig, and so I've started reading it like it was on the TV show. The books, and she likes the Peppa Pig books the most, probably because of the way I read them, because I read them like they're read on
a character
on the television show.
Yeah,
Peppa Pig, and I read the books fine if I'm reading in an accent. So I'm thinking maybe I should adopt an accent whenever I read, and I narrate as if I'm reading a Peppa Pig novella.
It's a good thing you don't have to do any serious reading. Like you're not like the executor of any wills or anything like that.
We go to the 805 beer text lines this morning, and also we find out that barista is the proper terminology
for both,
for a boy and a girl who serves coffee. If you want to add a female or a male qualifier to it, the female is la barista, the male is il.
Is this a British, English, or Australian accent you're doing right now?
Il barista.
I
believe
even
Peppa Pig hails from New Zealand.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure.
So it's a New Zealand accent.
I have to look that up.
What is that?
I'm not quite sure, and I'm not quite sure what the accent is. All I know is I can replicate it okay.
You do.
And when I do it, it's the reading sounds okay.
So barista goes both ways. There is no baristo.
Right. And if you want to make it to where, it's a guy, then it's il barista, which I was way sexier than just going with barista or broista. If you're a boy.
Somebody wrote in that Starbucks didn't make it up. Yeah, thanks. I think we know that.
What do you do for a living? For me, I am an il barista.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.